needs work with it.
Hi guys.
Personal attention like this is how 95% of Lively
Hold on,
customers
my
meet
friend
their hearing
messaged
goals.
me.
Lively hearing aids cost thousands less than you'd expect, so hearing well is easier than ever before. Try Lively risk-free for 100 days. Visit listenlively.com.
Who's on it with Jardians? We're managing type 2 diabetes.
What did he say?
And heart risk.
We're hitting the trails between meetings.
And putting the brakes on fried foods.
Jardians is a once-daily pill that not
Okay.
only lowers A1C, it goes beyond to reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for
He
adults with type 2
created
diabetes and
a
known heart disease.
Discord
And Jardians can help you
account.
lose some weight.
Jardians may cause
I will be
serious
able
side
to
effects,
talk to my
including
friend.
ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardians.
So
and find a doctor
his
right away
name-
if you have symptoms
his
of this
username
infection,
is
ketoacidosis or allergic reaction.
P-
And don't take it if you're on dialysis.
H-
Taking Jardians with a
O-
sulfonylurea or insulin may
E-
cause low blood sugar.
N
A once-daily
I
pill that goes beyond
X
lowering A1C.
444. I don't know the hashtag number. I want him to
Ask
tell it
your
to me.
doctor about Jardians.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Skyrizi. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months after just 2 doses.
Skyrizi may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
So,
Metaportal
hasn't
is
responded
fun
yet. I'm gonna just
Produce your
put up the
background
screen.
noise. Bring that sense of calm. So you come through loud and clear. Metaportal, the smart video calling
Look
device
here.
that makes work from home work for you.
He says, I'm downloading it now. Okay, I downloaded Discard, which is Discord, but that's how you say it in Roblox. And then he says, my username is PHOE and ick. No, not ick. IX. That's his username. No, it's PHOENIX 444. And then I ask him, what's the hashtag number? Right here. And then he hasn't responded.
Policy debates in our country answer to West Virginia and Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Today, the red team mentality was on full display on Fox News, and Senator Manchin did his best to swat it down and focus on the collective good.
So we can build things and meet the challenges.
Elections are going to need some help.
Elections, so what happens? I am not going to make a statement on
approval
that.
rating is like as low as Congress's.
Well,
I mean,
can't we
no
all do
offense, but
something
you know
great?
that
Are
when
you
you get
afraid?
into the 30s, no one's that popular, and
Harris,
that's
are
the
you scared
president.
we're going to do something good that will help our country? And
Of
someone
course
might
not.
think-
Okay, found it out.
Are you kidding?
It's,
Services in the Bible.
I think the word is Phoenix.
That's exactly
Hashtag
what I'm doing.
55.
That makes this personal.
The proposal
89.
put forward and negotiated, which is a balanced energy policy. That's wonderful for our country. I know people
Okay,
who don't
so
like the president, don't like Democrats.
I'm
It would help the country and the
Okay,
planet.
hold on.
It would cut U.S. emissions by 40% and invest in clean. And the fear is that if Democrats pass this bill to help the planet and Americans, then those Americans will vote for Democrats. As Senator Manchin said, the only real reason some people are against this bill is because they don't want to see Joe Biden and Democrats succeed at anything.
By Joe Manchin. Just 2 weeks ago, he said he wasn't going to support a bill like this. But, Laura, he's been saying for months that he wouldn't support so many of the provisions in this bill. He's called them gimmicks or smoke and mirrors budgeting. But now he's going to apparently support all of them. I would urge every House Republican after this double cross not to support that $50 billion spending bill on semiconductors and other things.
This bill, because some things are just bigger than partisanship, like a pandemic and like climate change. And the Republican opposition to this bill is just standing in the way of helping people and the planet for purely partisan reasons. My colleague and fellow opinion columnist at the New York Times, Michelle Goldberg, and Tom Perello, a former Democratic congressman from Virginia, who now serves as executive director.
Okay,
for US
so he
programs
accepted
at the
it.
Open Society Foundations. Both join me now. Michelle, I just want you to weigh in on the merits of this bill. Is it a good bill?
Yes, it's absolutely a good bill. Although, Charles, I actually do disagree with you about the idea that it's a good bill from wherever you stand, or sort of whatever your predisposition. Now, see some, kind of government negotiation of drug prices through Medicare. And so I think that there's two things going on here. On the one hand, there's Republicans' partisan nihilism. You see it obviously in, and so I think they oppose this bill for the same reason and would oppose it no matter what was in it if it was seen to be helping the Democrats. But I also do think you have a lot of Republicans who are genuinely
Were defeated in a Republican-leaning district after voting for Obamacare. Is the stubborn partisanship that we see on the right based on a fear
addressing inflation and costs, and instead they've really been focused on conspiracy theories and chaos and culture war. Then you have a Democratic Party really owning the kids, something where centrists, progressives, independents came together and said, what does the country need? The country needs to plan on manufacturing.
So I said to him, did you friend me on Roblox? He's typing.
And you really saw the problem solvers come to the table.
I'm going to put up my screen.
Political spectrum.
Oh, sorry I talked that way.
I think that's
So there's
voters
something
with a
wrong with
choice,
my voice.
Not a referendum on the perfect.
I'm gonna put my screen up. So, not my screen, but some window I have.
Starting to see a bunch of counties.
And I'm gonna switch it
over
to something.
What it's looking like is consistently here, every county
is this the first time you're hearing my voice?
Presidential election, Joe Biden carried this county by about 4.5 points. Right now, No has about a 50-point advantage. That is on the strength of a sort of the mail vote in the early vote. So again, you can expect in a county like Riley County.
Is this the first time you've heard my voice?
Vote comes in, but what you are seeing here,
answer it in the chat thingy.
Numbers in these counties. This is Wyandotte County. This is where Kansas City is. This is off to a very fast and a very big start as these counties light up with that early vote and with that mail vote. And then the number is going to come down, and the question's going to be, does No land on the north or the south side of 50%? This could be a very close night. This could be a very long night.
Steve Bernanke, thank you very much. That's all in on this Tuesday night. Our election coverage continues on MSNBC Prime with Ali Velshi. That's coming up.
waited all year for
Hold on. Can you guys see my screen?
Summer crushes in one place.
Our roads took us here.
See where it takes me. Lily! Welcome to our third Barkery.
Oh, I can tell business is going a full-blown woo. Seriously, we need a reliable way to help keep everyone connected from wherever we go.
Well, and AT&T will help you find the right wireless plan for you, so you can stay connected to all your drivers and stores on America's most reliable 5G network.
That sounds just perfect. Terrierific. I Labradorian. Round of applause.
AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure for your business.
You're packing a giant bag of buttons?
Yeah, they're lucky.
Oh, wow. Just someone...
He didn't say anything at all.
You guys pick up buttons, too?
Cars are more our thing.
Car gurus.
Get the best offer for your car.
Hold on.
At Ring, we've reinvented the doorbell, so no matter where you are, you can see, hear, and speak with whoever's at your door.
Hello?
Check out the Ring Video Doorbell. Learn more at ring.com.
Thousands of years ago, even if you were sitting at the top, you really couldn't count on support. It took centuries for office seating to evolve, but there were some major holes in the design.
Then people were inspired to do away with office chairs completely. Yeah, that didn't work. In 2020 came the breakthrough the world has been waiting for. The first ever XHMT heat and massage chair by X-Chair. X-Chair just made history's most comfortable work chair even better by integrating heat and massage into our patented dynamic variable lumbar support. Waves of glorious massage that wake up tired muscles? Yes. Soothing heat that melts away daily tension? You bet. The all-new XHMT massage chair by X-Chair. The future feels good. Upgrade to the...
And we all work together as a team. We are unlike other dealerships. We are here to provide a service, clean, transparent, clear, easy, and stress-free. We work on their time. We're here to provide a service for them and whatever it takes to make them happy.
Maintain the love with complimentary maintenance when you purchase or lease a new Subaru. SubaruLasVegas.com.
Ow. So this guy said, I can't hear you either, call me instead. We just went in a voice call!
The built-in search engine, web browser, one-click data.
Bruh!
Like Google from watching you by downloading the app today. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
There is a phone button.
One last time. Joining us now is NBC Justice correspondent Pete Williams.
It's obvious that Andrea and I have a mutual admiration of society. It's just been such a privilege for me to walk this
Hi.
with you, my dear friend.
Just watching you, it's a masterclass. You're a part of my life and our life.
Can you hear me?
For all your wonderful service.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for your friendship.
Can you hear me?
MSNBC Prime. I'm Ali Velshi, and thanks for joining us on this big night in American politics. 5 states are holding primary elections today. The results from each of them will be telling in entirely different ways, and the polls have just closed in Michigan and Kansas. We're, of course, going to have Steve Kornacki here in just a moment.
No, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you at all.
All eyes are on Kansas today, where abortion...
If you have, like, if you're on phone, then get closer to your phone. If you're on computer, then just get close to your computer.
Legislature to restrict or ban abortion in the state. Now, we're going to have much more on that vote, including some last-minute dirty tricks and some impressively high turnout numbers. Polls closed just over an hour ago in Missouri, where the marquee race is the Republican primary for the Senate. NBC says it's still too early to call, which is 4% of the polls reporting. 2 of the top contenders for the nomination are Missouri's scandal-plagued former governor Eric Greitens and the current state attorney general Eric Schmidt. 2 guys named Eric. And last night, on the eve of the primary, Donald Trump announced that he was endorsing Eric. Not a joke. Trump
He's on phone, but
Eric
he's
and didn't
wearing
say
earbuds.
which Eric. Could have been Eric Greitens, could have been Eric Schmidt. Could have even been a little-known Eric McElroy, a third Eric who happens to be in the same race. In any case, Greitens and Schmidt immediately claimed that Trump was endorsing him, or them. You can't make this stuff up. Meanwhile, polls are still open in the state of Washington.
So he said he was
2
wearing
Republican members of Congress
earpods.
Republican voters in their districts are deciding today whether to toss them out for it. Congresswoman Herrera Butler's primary is also worth keeping an eye on because her Trump-backed challenger has well-documented ties to right-wing extremists and white nationalists. He told an interview...
Hold on 1 second.
I don't think there's anything wrong with there being a white people's special interest group.
There's
End quote.
literally no way.
Is facing a primary challenger backed by the former president today. In the state
There's
of Michigan,
literally
the polls
no
have also
way
just closed. NBC News' Shaq Brewster caught up with Congressman Peter Meyer after he cast his own ballot this morning.
It's too human. It's very too...
I mean, I've definitely had some folks who say, listen, I didn't like that vote. But then they also say, I don't want this seat to go to a Democrat. If you're not successful, what does that say about the future of your party? I think that'll be a bridge we cross when we come to it. I don't want to get ahead of the poll results, and right now we're feeling very confident with the support that we've been seeing.
Also in Michigan today, the Republican primary to determine who will take on Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer in November. This is a race that has had a weird hiccup a couple of months ago when several of the Republican candidates were disqualified. It turned out that the petitions they submitted to get on the ballot were filled with fraudulent signatures. One of the remaining candidates, Donald Trump, made an endorsement of them a few days ago, getting behind the frontrunner, Tudor Dixon. But
so I said they're
because one of the other candidates, Ryan Kelly, was indicted in June.
I'm gonna go in another room.
The January 6th riots.
Kelly's done.
Must have thought he had a lock
I don't know
on the Trump
how he's going to be
endorsement
done,
after that.
but okay.
But if there's one place that might really give us a sense
Don't
of the
check
state
every
of the
30
Republican
seconds. I don't
Party
know how I
tonight,
can do
and
that.
maybe even the state of American democracy, it's Arizona. Polls close in Arizona in less than an hour, and the Republican primaries there have really been something to see. I mean, Arizona has kind of been the poster child for the GOP's retreat from democracy
I'm
for
back.
a while now.
I'm
Arizona,
back.
you will
It's
recall,
been
was one of 7 states that Joe
20
Biden won in
30
2020, in which the Trump campaign worked with local Republican officials to create fake electoral certificates claiming that, in fact, Trump had won. Just tonight, the New York Times has obtained emails showing that the chair of the Arizona Republican Party raised concerns at the time that the whole scheme might seem, well, quote, treasonous. But then she went ahead and did it.
Hold on,
anyway.
let me get back to Discord.
Arizona Republicans then led the charge for calling the 2020 election fraudulent, setting up a months-long circus that they called an election audit, where they shined UV lights at ballots and looked for bamboo fibers to prove that fake ballots were shipped in from China or something like that. At one point, the Republicans, Arizona's largest county, arrested for not sufficiently cooperating with their supposed election investigation. And in a context like that, you're going to get some...
How long have I been recording? I'm gonna check.
Midterm primaries.
Okay, I've been
Trump-endorsed candidate for governor.
I've been recording for 21 minutes.
As governor of Arizona.
I don't think I'm allowed to.
Joe Biden is not
That's too
actually
loud.
the president of the United States.
I can't use a Discord on the PC because this PC is my mom's PC and I can't download it because mom thinks I'll put a virus on the PC if I do. Okay, that's what my friend said.
Or say how she knows this, of course. Then there's the Republican primary for Senate in Arizona. In that race, Trump's preferred candidate is a guy who is almost entirely funded by the billionaire Peter Thiel, a man who says
okay, so I just said in it, I'm still recording, don't use curse words. If you don't know, right here is a curse word.
He also says the January 6th attack on the Capitol was a false flag operation, which was actually carried out by the FBI. When it comes to gun violence, an election denier who says he will only accept the results of the primary if he wins. He was at January 6th himself, by the way. He says he's a member of the right-wing militia, the Oath Keepers, members of which are on trial right now for seditious conspiracy because of their role in January 6th. Remember, seditious conspiracy is the most serious thing you can be charged with, except treason, but you have to be working for the other side in a war for it to be treason. Seditious conspiracy. Guy claims he's a member. Again, the polls close in Arizona in less than an hour. We're going to start to see how these primaries are playing out. But we've got plenty to talk about from the states where we are already getting results. So, what's obvious? Go to the big board for MSNBC.
I'll be in the voice chat and you'll be muted and you'll use the computer, the website to talk.
Kansas, which is influential on 2 levels. 1, because of the elections that are going on, but 2, because they've got a referendum in a primary about abortion. It's the first time in America people are going to the polls after Roe v. Wade has collapsed.
That's right. This is the first one of these we've seen at a statewide level. We'll see some more this November. I think we'll see many more in the years to come. But here it is in Kansas, constitutional amendment that would say that the Constitution of the state of Kansas does not provide for a right to abortion. That would then, if this passes, that would open the door to the legislature enacting a ban if it wanted to. I hear where the vote just came in from that would